All right, let's factor this. Now, the first step you got to do is multiply the first number times the last number. Giving you this number up here, that's going to be 24. So what two numbers multiply to make 24, but when you subtract them, they make 2? Okay? So you're thinking to yourself, okay, I'm thinking 4 and 6. So I'll put 4x squared, or just 4x here. And then I'll put 6x over here. Right? Put a minus 3 down here, the 8x squared. Now remember, they're subtracting, which means they're different signs. And the largest one is going to be a plus. So the 6 is going to be a positive. And the other one is going to be a negative. Okay. So this is what we're left with. All we've done is find the two numbers that separate to make a 2x. So these two numbers, when you put them together, they should make the number above, which they do. So now you're going to separate the front from the back. Okay? Now, what two numbers, what do these have in common? I'm going to factor these. So I know they're both divisible by 4, and I know they both have x in common. So that's going to leave us with a 2x here and a 1. What do these two have in common? They have a 3. That's it. So I'm going to take out a plus 3, leaving me with a 2x and a minus 1. Now, this and this are exactly the same, which means I've done a good job. This is correct. I haven't made any silly mistakes. These two are exactly the same. So what I'm going to write down now is the final answer. I'm going to write what's in these parentheses. So 2x minus 1. And then I'm going to write what's outside of the parentheses as another binomial. So it's going to be 4x, which is over here, and I'm going to write plus 3, that's over here. Those are not in the parentheses. And that is my final answer. I have factored the original. Now we're going to do the same thing here. So this is a perfect square, and this is a perfect square. They're not divisible by anything. So there is a shortcut to do this. All right? You square root this, and you square root this one. You mimic the sign in the middle, and you put a squared here. And that's it. Okay? Now we're going to go over here. So this has a perfect square, and it doesn't have the middle number. It doesn't have a trinomial. So the only time a binomial times a binomial produces another binomial is when it's the same signs, okay? The same signs, different signs, but same exact numbers. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. 11x plus 6 and 11x minus 6. Mr. Kansas, where'd you get the 11? The square root of 121. Where'd you get the 6? The square root of 36. Okay, you can check it yourselves. If you multiply these two, you'll get this. All right. Now we're talking about quadratic functions and how they're graphed. Now this is the original. Okay? Now if you were to multiply this by something, right? Multiply it by any number that is less than -1 or greater than 1. So you could pick like 7 or 3 or 2 or 1.1 or any number greater than 1, or any number less than -1, meaning like -5, -8, -1.1, anything like that, then this will cause the graph to go up faster, or in this situation, go down faster, meaning it's being stretched up or being stretched down. Now, this one here, if that number that you're multiplying in the front is between -1 and 1, if it isn't between -1 and 1, the graph is being compressed, being smushed, so it gets wider. Okay? All right. So those are the new things. And then if you ever have a negative sign in front, just know that it's going to be flipped. Okay? That causes a flip to occur. And that's it.